what happened. Bris got shot. He got by some light-skinned nigga.
Somebody got shot. What's that? Where is he at? Is he in the back? He's in the back. Somebody got shot. I heard those shots. Where is he at?
Police tape marks the spot where detectives say Christopher Treadwell was shot and killed early Sunday morning. Treadwell, also known as the rapper Bris, had a growing following in Northern California.
June 16th, 2020. Sacramento rapper Christopher Treadwell, aka Bris, released a highly anticipated and rated single, Need Hammy, sitting at 14 million views on YouTube. It's his biggest hit to date and got a lot of attention and buzz that placed him even higher on the radar as the next to blow from Sacramento. His style was unique, and he earned himself the nickname Tricky Dance Moves for the way he incorporated dancing into his songs.
I'm tricky dance moves. I be dancing in these Jordans, ain't no dance shoes.
Bris was gaining the traction he deserved. He had the talent, but his lifestyle was a double-edged sword that would eventually place him in harm's way and have his life taken. 5 days after the track's release, Bris was still riding the wave and gaining more attention in his music career. That fifth day was June 20th, 2020, and Bris was out in his vehicle listening to some music, and everything appeared to be nothing but positive energy. But as the time passed and the video continued on, something started becoming apparent, and everyone in the comments began to notice it too. Bris had a look of paranoia, as if he was running from his end, always looking around like someone's watching or after him. That was a sign of what would come hours later, but it's a part of the lifestyle of the gang culture often overlooked. The ones promoting it show the glamour, the money, the popularity, the women, but they don't show the losses, the paranoia, the deadly feuds, and the pain. Bris lived in the environment he rapped about, trying to make it out.
I don't be trying to lie when I come in this motherfucker for sure. That's one thing I don't be trying to do. I don't lie when I come in this motherfucker. Everything you hear, truth for sure.
He had enemies that would often disrespect him online and wish to see him dead. One main rival was Marcus Lawrence Weber, aka Ozzy Marcus, a known criminal whose rap sheet included involvement in the murder of a boy after a hit on his father went wrong.
KCRA 3's Philippe Jagal is live for us at the Sacramento County Jail, where those suspects actually turned themselves in, Philippe.
That's right, Edie. The Sacramento County Sheriff's Department says that the first suspect walked through the doors of the county jail behind me just after 5 o'clock and gave himself up yesterday. The other two showed up 2 hours later, and tonight, all three are behind bars without bail.
His name is also widely attached to his brother, Raymond Weber, who in January 2021 was arrested after he took the lives of 2 women and live-streamed the aftermath. Raymond, just like Ozzy, is well known to law enforcement for various criminal offenses. Ozzy made his intentions known when he released a diss track, 42K, aimed at Bris. On the track he raps, 36th Street so you know it's 42K. F the sucker side, whoever decide to hang with them. We get straight to it. Keep it real, your dudes play with it. I stay with it. Pop a dude up in the broad day with it.
36th Street, so you know it's 42. Fuck the sucker side and whoever decide to hang with him.
The connection to Bris is found in the title and location, in which Ozzy singles out 42nd Street of Fruit Ridge, where Bris grew up.
Sucker side, we don't get along. I go get a hammer, you go get a phone. I'm from Fruit Ridge, keep a pistols on.
The air was already filled with negativity on the day he would lose his life, but Bris kept it pushing, not knowing he had just a couple of more hours to live. June 20th, 2020, on Saturday, The sun would set, and the night would find Bris driving through his city of Sacramento. But what was about to happen next would change the scope of music forever. Midnight, Sunday, June 21st, 2020. Bris pulled over to a convenience store to grab something before continuing along where he was going. While inside, his eyes made contact with someone by the name of Moses Hirschfield. The problem with this was that with Bris being affiliated with the Fruit Ridge Vista Bloods on 42nd Street, he was a rival gang member to Hirschfield. Upon recognizing who Bris was, Hirschfield set his sights upon taking Bris's life. Surveillance footage from the convenience store captured the standoff as they both made eye contact. Once Bris saw Hirschfield, he knew that an altercation was about to happen and ran to his car, speeding off. Hirschfield, not letting Bris escape, followed right behind him. The duo was captured on traffic camera, blowing through red lights at a high rate of speed. Losing control of the car at the speed he was going, Bris swerved and crashed head-on into a pole just outside of Jim Boy's Tacos. Eyewitness video of the impaled car upon the pole surfaced, showing the black vehicle raised off the floor, painting an image of how fast the car had to be going to slam into the pole and end up nearly vertical. Bris, realizing if he stayed in the vehicle, his pursuer would find him and take his life, decided to do the logical thing: get out of the vehicle and try to escape on foot. It is alleged that at this moment, Hirschfield fired at him 4 times with a .45 caliber handgun. This caused Bris to trip over his clothes. An eyewitness account recalls Bris' choice of style working against him as well. Like many living in the gang culture, it is accustomed to wear the pants sagging, meaning lower down on the knees than on the hips. Bris often dressed in this manner. That night, his attire became an obstacle in his way of survival. Surveillance footage opposite Jim Boy's showed Bris running across the road and tripping over when Hirschfield was allegedly firing, then getting up and running back across the road over to Jim Boy's, where he tried to hide behind the restaurant. Seconds later, Hirschfield's alleged vehicle sped to a stop in front of the parking lot, where the person alleged to be him then exited the vehicle and gave chase to Bris behind the restaurant.
Did he crash or get shot? They crashed into like a wire pole thing. They crashed into a wire pole and he hopped out and he ran behind Jim Boy's right there, and the car parked right there that was gonna come and kill him. The people that killed him.
Hirschfield runs behind the drive-thru area in a dark corner where he allegedly finds Bris and executes him before running back to his vehicle and leaving the scene. Footage was surfaced from another eyewitness that found the body of Bris before authorities arrived. And with her was who was rumored to have been his girlfriend or a female companion that was present with him in the car when the altercation happened.
The people that killed him ran that way. His girlfriend's already behind him, ahead of him, and ran over there. And when she came back, he was dead.
It's sad watching the video because you can hear the cries in her voice as she runs and finds Bris immobile at the back of the building.
Where is he at? Where is he at? Somebody got shot. What's up? Where is he at? Is he in the back? He's in the back. Somebody got shot. I heard those shots. Where is he at?
At around 12:45 a.m., officers of Sacramento Police Department respond to shots fired in the area of Franklin Boulevard and Fruit Ridge Road, where Bris was gunned down. Upon arrival, cops found Bris with a life-threatening gunshot wound, and first responders pronounced him dead at the scene.
Police tape marks the spot where detectives say Christopher Treadwell was shot and killed early Sunday morning. Treadwell, also known as the rapper Bris, had a growing following in Northern California.
News broke of his passing, and grief was the downpour online by fans and supporters of his career. A sad and heavy feeling swept over Sacramento, not only for his loss, but for him losing his life on Father's Day.
When you take the music away, he is someone who was a normal person, had a family just like me and you.
Forstance says the young rapper was a father with more to accomplish.
You see the work ethic, you see the desire to be great, but then something like this happened.
Families, friends, and fans were hurting, but Bris's rival used the opportunity to disrespect his name and release songs mocking his passing, all insinuating they had a hand to play in taking his life.
Always keep a shooter near, nigga, I'm irritable. He thought he was a fruit, but he got left a vegetable.
I ain't gonna lie, man. That said he went from Tricky to Ricky.
Ozzy Marcus became a main suspect in the eyes of many, not only due to the public feud between him and Bris, but a video would surface on the internet that added reason to him being responsible for Bris being targeted and murdered. His baby mother, known as Jalik, happened to have had a relationship with Bris prior to him. She got online describing in detail how Bris passed away months after Ozzy released the diss track, 42K. She spoke right down to Bris' chain being snatched after being shot and the sound he made choking on his blood. You can also hear a guy off screen chiming in on the description and laughing at the tragedy. The guy is assumed to be Ozzy.
That was choking when he was dying. Choking.
While eyes zeroed in on Uzi being the one that took Bris's life over Jalik, investigators were cracking the case open with another suspect in mind. In September 2020, news broke that a suspect was arrested and that his identity was revealed to be 19-year-old Moses Hirschfield. He was arrested at his home near Rio Linda, which sits in the city's north area, and booked without bail into the Sacramento County main jail on felony murder charges and felon in possession of a firearm. According to court papers, several firearms and extended clips were found in the home of Hirschfield at the time of his arrest. Documents also later reveal that another charge of possession of unauthorized illegal substances in prison was added due to him being found with the stash while behind bars. As of February 2022, it was reported that Hirschfield pled not guilty in the case against him involving Bris's murder. On the opposite side of the spectrum, Bris's rival, Ozzy Marcus, was indicted by the FBI on gun charges in April of 2022. He would try to escape on foot, but was apprehended, and a Ruger 5.7 with an extended magazine and a round in a chamber he tossed while running was recovered. Ozzy is facing a maximum sentence of 10 years if found guilty on federal charges, but also has problems with open warrants in relation to corporal injury to a spouse, felon in the possession of a firearm, and in possession of illegal substances. Bris was destined for greatness with his unique flow and wordplay. He may be gone, but seems his enemies aren't living lavishly as they would like. No one wins. The gang life is all prison and the grave. Rest in peace, Bris, Mr. Tricky Dance Moves.